Hello, and welcome to Unmedicated and Educated with Keita Rose. I'm Keita Rose, and here we deep dive, dissect, and then diagnose because it seems like everybody has lost their damn minds. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and talk shit in the comments. Tell me how you really feel. Now, today's episode is sponsored by me and the Girl No You Didn't card game, okay? This is a girls' game, a game for girls with friends. Real friends, all right? This card game can be purchased on KeitaSaidIt.com. Now let's dip into this. Our patient list today is so long, so I'm gonna need you to buckle up, okay? We got a long shift today. Now, first in the waiting room, we have Moriah Mills. Moriah Mills to Clinic 1. Moriah Mills to Clinic 1. Why are we talking about Moriah Mills? Well, first of all, let's get into who Moriah Mills even is, okay? Let's really talk about the facts of this patient because I've had enough. It has been a full week of just bullshit, and I'm like, how did we get here? Moriah Mills is a 32-year-old porn star, okay? You can look her up on all Tasty Blacks, XXXN, Pornhub, BigBlackBooties.org. Whatever you need, whatever you like to search, go ahead and search it. Moriah Mills is her name and sex is her game. Well, now she says that it isn't. She says she's an ex-porn star. Why are we talking about Mariah? Well, 22-year-old Zion Williamson is a basketball player. He plays for the Pelicans. Well, his baby mama, new baby mama, right, Akima, popped up on Instagram with a picture of their baby shower. They look so cute. The video was nice. It's posted on her YouTube. I'm like, oh, this is really nice. Well, it seems that during the same time he was messing around with Akima, he was messing around with Moriah Mills. And he was flying Mariah out to New Orleans. He was giving her $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. Now, she says she was getting paid upwards of $107,000 a month to sleep with this man. I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot, okay? Keita's got some good coo-coo. Keita's got some good cat. You can read about it. You can ask about it. It's pretty good. But I don't know if it's $107,000 a month good. I'm not even going to lie to you. This doesn't make any sense. I'm like, what is he paying you for other than to come? But I guess let's move on. Now, Mariah says that her and Zion have been seeing each other since 2011. Again, Mariah is 32. Zion is 22. That would mean that around the age of 19, 20, he's messing around with this 30-year-old woman. And she is upset. She says that this new girl, Akima, is only trying to use him for his money. Girl, who's gonna tell her? Honey, that's what you're doing. I mean, I guess it's a free-for-all. Zion's passing out money, and whoever wants to grab it can grab it as long as he gets to grab you in various ways. Now, fans are mad at Zion, not because of this love triangle, but because he allegedly only played 29 games before he suffered an injury. Now, he's supposed to be getting better, but now we know what he's doing. He's knocking the boots, really banging it out with strippers, OnlyFansers, and ex-porn stars. Now, at first I did ask myself why this 32-year-old woman was so gun-ho about Zion, because Mariah has been posting unlimited tweets. I mean, 30, 40, 50 tweets a day for now. It's been about a week going in on Zion, and we're going to get into some of her tweets later on, but really going in. But then after realizing that he pays most of her rent and buys her clothes and is the reason why she's fed and eats and has shelter, I'm like, okay, I think I'd be pretty pissed too. Let's read some of these tweets. I don't need clout. I have my own motion. And Zion Williamson, mind you, she's tagging him in each tweet. There has not been one tweet that this guy hasn't been tagged in. She's tagging him in videos. She's saying his name all over the world. She's letting everybody know this man is a sick, this is her words, not mine, sick, nasty, freaky, deaky, sex-addicted fiend. Nymphomaniac, if you will, okay? He's flipped me, dipped me, and done everything to me, and now he's cheating on me, and I'm pissed off about it, even though he's 10 years my junior, okay? So she says, I don't need clout. I have my own motion, and Zion Williamson knows that. That's why he gives me very largely. I got emotionally played, not financially know the difference. At the end of the day, most men don't want women that's working and making money for herself. So I could see why he went for the low budget, talking about his baby mama Akeem, I guess. Even rich men want to feel like a provider, man. That's in y'all nature. And that is why I was willing to leave the internet and everything for him. Now, Mariah has been pretty pissed off because she's been vocal about how he would get jealous, keep her in hotel rooms, tell her not to sleep with nobody, tell her he don't want her doing porn no more. He doesn't want her posting on OnlyFans anymore. He only wants her. Now, she's been mad because she's been saying, like, you want to use me as your human sex doll. I mean, Mariah. You're... Babe, you're pretty blown up, which is why I find it funny when, you know, women are like, well, if you want to pump up your butt and pump up your boobs, yeah, men only want to sleep with you. They only want to have sex with you. They're not going to wife you. And it's like, well, if you're walking around like a human sex doll, I'm pretty sure they know that. But I guess, common sense ain't so common because Mariah doesn't. Now, some of her tweets really got to me because, especially this one, right? I got emotionally played, not financially, know the difference. Okay, so you got that bag. But at the end of the day, most men don't want women working and making money for themselves. I wonder why. I wonder why most men wouldn't want a woman who works and makes money for herself. Well, they like to say that independent women are unattractive and combative and nasty and mean. But as we can see here, and a woman that's completely dependent on a man's paycheck is still very combative, very aggressive, and borderline harassing this younger man, right? So it's a personality trait, really. It has nothing to do with if she makes her own money and can function in this world or not, but I digress. You know, this tweet rubs me the wrong way because it's like a rich man wants to feel like a provider, and a man can provide for a woman who works on her own. These are excuses. These are bird brain ass excuses as to why you can't go out there and get a job on your own and sustain a life for yourself, right? Well, men like to provide. They can provide as well as you. If your man passes away, I say it all the time, if your man passes away, goes to jail, or decides to start a family, as Zion has done, start a family with someone else, what are you going to do other than completely harass and attack this man in hopes that he says, okay, Mariah, I'll continue to give you $100,000 a month? No one's going to do that. He's moved on and now you're left broke. What are you gonna do, right? And that's why I really push the narrative of make your own money. Does that mean that you have to not be submissive? No. If you want to be submissive to a man, submit, honey. Do what you got to do, right? But make your own money. Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, find a hustle. Find a fucking hustle that you can do on the side so that you can save up. Because when a man is done with you, when a man is through with you, when a man decides that you are no longer valuable to him, or if he dies, or if the state takes the man, right, goes ahead and arrests him, whatever he's doing, if it's illegal, then you're left with nothing. You're left sitting down looking like an idiot, humiliated for the whole world to see, crying, saying shit like, I didn't have any life skills. I never learned how to do anything. No, yeah, you didn't. Because you sat up there and you fucked and you sucked for money. And now that the dick is gone, you have nothing. That is so scary to think that somebody at the age of 32 could say, what am I gonna do now? Because a real boss bitch, right? Because she calls herself that several times in her tweets, but a real boss bitch will be able to say, you know what? I got played emotionally. It did hurt me. I didn't think I was getting lied to, but since now I know the truth, I'm going to pack up my shit and I'm going to go about my day. I'll find somebody that can respect me, or I'll be single for the moment and I'll love and respect myself. But when we have these women out here who are claiming soft life, right? And I'm not saying that this is the definition of a soft life, but from what I've seen, some women that are claiming this soft life, I'm a damsel in distress. I can't work. I'm waiting for a man. Mostly those women don't have men. They don't have a man, right? So they're not giving you this advice from somebody who's being pampered and taken care of, from a man that's actually committed to them, that has actually married them, moved them in their house, bought them a car, and sustained a life. They're talking from a place of, I think, a fucking fantasy. Really, it's a fantasy to me. They talking from a place of a fantasy. Oh, well, don't work. Get your nails done. Get your hair done. Pump your titties up. Poke your titties out. Poke your ass out. And somebody will come along and they'll pay your bills. No, the fuck they won't. The small percentage of women that do have that luxury don't look like regular bitches, okay? So if you look like a regular bitch, us regular bitches gotta get it how we live, okay? Go to work. Get a damn job. Shit. So that's just one of the tweets that really didn't piss me off. Let's see this other tweet here. Now, mind you, she's been tweeting, like I said, 50, 60 tweets a day. It's borderline harassment. At this point, it's like this guy is 22 years old. This doesn't make any sense. Come on. Like, leave him alone. And usually I am not on the side of the cheater, of the liar, of the manipulator. Trust me. I'm usually like, nah, I can't rock with that. But this time, I'm like, something's got to give, because you won't leave this young boy, this baby infant little boy alone. She says, just like how you got my Snapchat deleted, Zion, I'm tired of this. I can't do anything. Like, I wish I never accepted money from you. It's not right how you treat me. I can't be me. You should have never accepted money for him. Again, if we have our own money, ladies, we don't have to succumb to this type of treatment. Yes, I spoke with him. Now, this was June 9th, right? So again, this is days and days of tweeting. She says, yes, I spoke with him and he wants me to delete all the tweets. But you had a baby on me, Zion. You need to man up and fixed, F-I-X-E-D, fixed this situation. Get a DNA test so we can all move forward with our lives, not our, R-A-R-E. And homegirl spells our, A-R-E, in all of the series of tweets, okay? So now I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, learning disability. It's a learning disability, and this is not to joke on people with learning disabilities. This is literally to listen. You going around attacking people. You got your body pumped up so much that I don't think your spine can handle all that ass that you've placed upon yourself, and you also can't spell. If that ain't a learning disability, if that's not some form of disability, hell, I don't know what is. All right, moving forward, so we can move forward with our lives. Our relationship, again spelled wrong, our relationship was not just on Snapchat. Obviously, we spoke on the phone, and I have his number and he has mine. Men, visual, of course. When I posted a snap, it was for him. That's the only reason why I kept my snap until he got it deleted. Listen, reading some of these tweets from her has made my head hurt. It has made my head hurt. So then, of course, people are saying what we've all been thinking. You know, you're 30-something years old, mama. Don't you want to let it go? You know, you're a bit too old to be acting this way. And so in response to that, she says, I'm so old, but in real life, I get carded nonstop, and people my age, older and younger, be calling me young lady still. Y'all mad a 22-year-old pursued me and is my daddy. Everyone turns off comments. I really don't care. I keep all of mine on. You can hate me now, but as long as I'm leveled up, you can't trick me out the leagues. I never lose. I personally don't understand prostitution lingo, but I think that means y'all can talk shit all you want. I'm still rich. I still got my money. Zion's still my man, and it is what it is. Now, baby mama, Akima, hasn't said anything, right? And neither has Zion. They still haven't said anything. She's been posting screenshots of him saying, you know, please delete this, take this down. She also been posting screenshot of him saying, listen, I got you. I got you. If you just stop with all this, delete your tweets, stop tagging me, don't talk to the blogs, don't talk to the media, leave this situation alone, and I got you. Now, in the past, when Zion has said, I got you, it means money. And so I think Mariah needs to be the hell quiet, okay? If I was Mariah, this is what I don't understand about these certified side chicks, right? These side chicks that know that they're side chicks, that don't care if you got a wife, if you got nothing, they want to sleep with you, they want to have a transactional relationship. This for that. My sex for your money, right? 1, don't fall in love. I don't understand why they fall in love. What? It's transactional. We didn't meet outside of the movie theater and we both shared a laugh, and then he asked you to go to coffee like some rom-com, romance, right, movie. We met like, hey, throw that ass my way and I'll throw some coins your way. So what are you falling in love for? All right. So sometimes we can't help that we fell in love. I'm going to give her a pass on that one. Okay. Secondly, shut the fuck up. Respectfully, shut the fuck up. He's got a girlfriend. He's got a wife. He's got a baby mama. You weren't his bitch. You weren't his main woman. You weren't his fiance. You weren't the woman that he was gonna take and save from this life. You were, again, this is a prostitution situation. I give you sex, you give me money, we call it a day. So even if homegirl would have popped out with 10 kids, what does it matter? This is a rare case of delusion. This is side bitch psychotics 101. This is too much. Okay, so we have don't fall in love, shut the fuck up, and lastly, don't put all your coochie in one basket. You're already in the business of passing out your coochie, pass it out to different players. That way, if one player messes up, because players fuck up, if one player messes up, you can go to another one. You should say, man, bump the Pelicans. I'm going over there to the Miami. I'm going over there to the Dallas Mavs. But instead, you acting a fool. I mean, messages after messages after messages. Crying, you've left me distraught. I can't eat anymore. This is all from her tweets. I can't eat. I can't think. What am I going to do? You need to fix this situation. She's attacking the baby mama. Ho, come see me in Atlanta. I'm threatening you. She threatening me. It's just a whole bunch of chaos and foolishness, and it doesn't make any sense. What are you doing this for? In hopes that Zion will say, all right, girl, my bad. Damn, I messed up. Shit, I love you. I'm going to get back with you. I'm going to have a baby by you now. I'm going to leave this new girl that I got. Now, people are saying that Akima, the new baby mama, right? Don't know how old she is. Doesn't really matter. Saying that she was an OnlyFans model, also did porn where she regularly masturbated on camera and posted it. And she was a cam girl. Cam girls get naked. They get tips from viewers, right? Zion might be a freak-a-leak, right? He might have some type of a sex addiction, but he's also 22 years old with a whole lot of money. If I was 22 years old with millions and millions of dollars, I might be sticking my toes places that don't belong either. I don't know. I'm not excusing his behavior, but he's the youngest one out of the mix. Out of this whole chaotic BS that's going on, he's the youngest guy in it. He's the youngest person in it. He's 22 years old. He has his whole life ahead of him. He needs to go to therapy, okay? Because the stuff Mariah's been saying about him, I mean, she's calling him a fat fuck. She's saying that he has a nasty apartment. My thing is, I roll up in your condo or your penthouse is nasty. I'm rolling the fuck back out. I don't want to be in nobody's nasty ass apartment. You talking about it stank in there. It stank. It stank. What did it smell like? She talking about there was a whole bunch of soda cans and food wrappings everywhere. Oh, well, you need to clean. You mean to tell me you're sending me $100,000 a month and you don't have a maid? And I'm having sex with you and I think that you're fat, sweaty, and greasy and I'm having sex with you on top of soda cans and candy bar wrappers? That says a lot about my mental health, doesn't it? Anyways, somebody said, Mariah, you ain't got no homegirls, no cousins, nobody to vent to. And I found that tweet to be interesting because she doesn't. Now, I dug up a video clip from the Wendy Williams show a couple years ago when Mariah was 26. Take a listen at this.
So I don't have any friends and I always hang out with my family. I feel like girls hate on me and guys just want to sleep with me.
Now, that was the Wendy Williams show. You know, she has that segment, Ask Wendy, where you get to ask her a question, and Mariah comes on there, and she's basically like, hey, I don't have any friends, which that means she could not play the girl no you didn't card game. But if you do have friends that'll tell you about yourself, friends that you can trust, purchase my card game. You can get it on KitaSaid.com. She was basically saying that she didn't have friends because she felt like, all the girls was hating on her. And, all the men just want to sleep with her. And it's like, you've been lost for a very long time. And now here it is. You were 24, 26 around that time, right? And now here it is, you're 32 and you still haven't grown. And I find that to be incredibly sad when people don't grow. Because when we're young, we do crazy stuff. When we're young, when we're inexperienced, right? If you never had love before, if you've never been in a real relationship and you just hop in a new one at 40 years old, you're inexperienced. So it doesn't really matter about the age, but you haven't had enough experience. You don't have enough wisdom. You don't have enough discernment to understand that women aren't hating on you because you're bad. It's your nasty ass attitude and it's the way that you present yourself when you walk into a room, right? That attitude of, oh, they gonna hate me because they ain't me already, right? And men want to sleep with you because you look like a sex doll and because you perform sex for money. So yeah, I want to sleep with you. If I met a man who got paid to work on cars, I'm going to ask you 9 times out of 10 to work on my car. I don't see why not. That is your skill set. Why wouldn't I use your skill set? Why wouldn't that benefit me? So she still hasn't grown, and that's incredibly sad because this was years ago. Child, we're going to have to move on. I can go down this rabbit hole with this situation for forever. Honestly, I think that she's crazy as hell. honestly. And I don't mean mental, because as somebody who suffers from multiple mental illnesses, I have common sense. I think she's a different type of crazy, right? Again, I think it's a learning disability. I don't want to put that on nothing. But I think a lot of this has to do with development, right? You know, oftentimes when you see men that date younger, right? I want to be with somebody that's 17, even though I'm 36. I want to be with somebody that's 19, even though I'm 42, because we have a lot in common. They're not lying. I think a lot of our excuses, right? Oh, they come with baggage and I don't want no kids and different things like that. Well, there are women in their 30s that don't have children, right? So you just got to find them. Everybody's out here finding the one, looking for the one. So it's a search no matter what you do. But that part of it is more so excuses. It's the they get me that isn't an excuse for me. That is the truth. It's the we have a lot in common, because I realize that a lot of people don't develop. A lot of people only develop one or two aspects of their life, and they don't develop all the way around. They're not well-rounded. When you want a well-rounded person, you want somebody that's developed emotionally, socially, mentally, intellectually, financially, spiritually, if you're into that, whatever you believe in. You want somebody that's well-rounded, that has worked on themselves physically to develop and to grow. You want somebody well-rounded. Whereas we're seeing with men, they're developing financially. I have enough skills in order to make a lot of money, but I won't develop my emotions, right? I won't develop emotionally to become emotionally mature. I won't develop mentally to understand my triggers, my demons, what I've been going through. I won't develop spiritually so I'll only develop financially, because that's what everybody's looking at. When you see a financially developed man, a financially stable man, you say, oh, that man's got it all together. But you don't necessarily know if he does, because financially he could be at a 50-year-old level, whereas emotionally and mentally, he could be intellectually that of a 12-year-old, right? And so then you have these women here who are developing physically. I have these big breasts, these womanly breasts, this big booty. I'm sexy. I take care of my skin, my hair, my nails, everything did. But intellectually, I'm there, right there at an 18-year-old's level. I haven't grown intellectually. I can't function in this world. I don't have the skills that it takes to sustain a happy and healthy lifestyle. I can't do it. I need somebody who's financially stable to help me, because I haven't developed that aspect of my life yet. I don't know how to get it. And this whole, oh, baby, I know how to get it, I just got to spread my legs and sleep with a whole bunch of men. That's not necessarily, that's still depending on somebody that has gotten themselves financially stable. You can't do it on your own. You haven't developed those skills yet. You haven't developed those skills in order to make it in society. You're still depending on somebody who could leave at any moment. And it's very, very sad that nowadays transactional relationships are more important than those traditional monogamous or non-monogamous or non. If you're poly, it really doesn't matter, but know who you are, know what you bring to the table, and know what you're looking for. We have people that are 30-something years old that's begging 20-year-olds to marry them. Marry me right now. Be with me. You said you were going to get me pregnant. Why do you want to start your life off with somebody who's just starting theirs, who has every chance and opportunity and all the time in the world to grow? You've already been 22, 25, 26, 29, 31. You've already had those experiences, and he has. It's weird as fuck. And I'm tired of making excuses. Oh, well, I mean, they're just visually appealing. 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds are visually appealing. You can look at a 20-year-old and say, damn, he's fine. But that's all that it's gonna be. I don't have to sleep with you. I ain't gotta be with you. I ain't gotta text you. I ain't gotta do nothing. I can admire your beauty. I can admire your handsomeness. And then I could go on about my damn day. Listen, let's move on. I could go down that rabbit hole forever. Let's move on. Next patient's gonna be Gunplay. Gunplay. Clinic 2. Gunplay, come to Clinic 2. Now, Gunplay is a rapper who recently gifted Rick Ross with it looked to me about, like a $30,000, $40,000 chain. You know, those big, like, Cuban link style chains with the emblem. He was gifting Rick Ross. He said something along the lines, and I'll let you see the video here. He said something along the lines of like, this is just for being a friend. This is just for being a boss, right? So you giving out gifts. I know what you're thinking. What's the big deal? I give my friends gifts all the time. Why are we talking about this? Well, we're talking about this because recently Gunplay's daughter needed medical attention. So they crowdfunded, him and his partner crowdfunded $30,000 worth of donations to help with her heart surgery. First, I'm gonna let you take a look or listen to what he gifted Rick Ross.
I just wanted to get you something, man, as an appreciation, my brother.
My dog for life.
You know what I'm saying? Just for everything, man. Just for being a boss. And just, okay, let me get this all set up. Alright. So, come on now. So, I got animal shelter as my vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Believe that.
So, we're gonna go ahead on and rock the ooh, la.
Animal shelter, you already know what it is. And this how we live, this how we move. We always been dogs, man.
Dog
always
check.
been motherfucking dogs, you heard me? But
Yes,
my nigga,
sir.
I appreciate this. And boy, that motherfucker heavy. Animal shelter, I'ma rep it for life. I'ma keep it for life. I never sell it in, bro. You know
I love you.
He's sitting up there opening a box, and Rick Ross is laying out with his breast out, laying down in his mansion, laying on Versace pillows with his chest exposed, while this other grown man gifts him pieces of jewelry. Looks expensive as hell, don't it? Very nice gift. Well, I'm with the fans on this one because you said you needed money to help your daughter and her surgery. But no man gifting another man that's laying on Versace sheets at least $10,000 worth of jewelry needs money for medical attention. Not for your daughter, not for yourself, not for your grandmother, not for nobody. I don't see the issue. He was mad that fans were attacking him, number one. Rightfully so. Nobody likes to be attacked. But he was also mad that fans started to ask for a refund. They went to the GoFundMe account and they started getting their money back. And apparently you got 90 days to get your money back. And you know what? I'm not mad at GoFundMe because I might be in a giving mood one day, but then the next day I might realize that you're scamming me. You're begging for money for no reason, and I might want my coins back. I don't see an issue. This is what Gunplay had to say.
Every single one of you assholes and
Richard
that went to GoFundMe and donated and went and get a motherfucking refund, you never gave it with your heart. You a piece of shit.
Oh God.
You'll die that way.
Richard.
For real.
I didn't even know you could do refunds on GoFundMe. That's
But
crazy.
in 90 days, people that see me give my brother a gift, they automatically want to say that I bought that with GoFundMe money. Had to pay that back. So now, if you really want to be for real, my if a nigga spunked out on the chain, how the they got it right back instantly with no pressure.
Right.
If that's what you want your back, here, take it.
Right.
So all you and ass out there, you never gave it from your heart, and you gonna die a piece of shit.
Wow.
It was literally everything. Like after we went out to eat,
everything a nigga do
we filled the
was
tank.
GoFundMe money.
That's crazy.
$30,000 from $50,000 on GoFundMe. Don't even pay somebody's rent entire year.
From the 30, guess how much we really get?
How much?
15.
Dang, they take half of it?
After MD said what he said, we had trolls go to GoFundMe and try to
Right.
report the GoFundMe page.
Right.
And I had to actually print out every itemized bill to show that the money went to my daughter.
How you gonna say they never gave it with their heart? I'm sure they did. They just saw you were playing in their face. I don't think that people were thinking that you were taking your GoFundMe money to buy him a chain. I think that a logical thought, because it popped in my head, was you don't need the money. You don't need the GoFundMe money because you have enough money to buy that type of gift. You could have went down to the CVS and got his ass some chocolates, okay? Some Godiva. You could have got him some flowers or maybe a card that said, thanks, man. Thanks, my G, for always keeping it real. You gifted this man what looked to me like, and I don't know, $30,000, $40,000 worth of jewelry. Talking about you ain't give me money out the kindness of your heart. Hell no, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have if I knew you had it. If I knew you had the money, I wouldn't have given you the money. Duh, that's fucking common sense. But again, Common sense ain't so common. So while you're sitting up there cursing at people, you need to be happy that people even gave you $30,000, because I would have took my coins back too. This is a new generation of delusion. This is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, let's get to diagnosing, because now I'm frustrated. Okay, I'm frustrated. My blood pressure is up. I'm hot as hell, and I'm ready to get this diagnoses done. So all right, calling Dr. Keita. Calling Dr. Keita. It's time to diagnose your patients. I believe that Mariah is suffering from a little bit of self-hatred and a lack of cognitive skills. I do not believe that she knows how to take care of herself on her own. I think that she got into the porn industry really young. And so with that being said, it's been, let me open my legs and spread them and see what I can get. She caught herself a lick. She found a sucker, so she licked his ass, right? Every month, getting $100,000 allegedly, so she says. And now that money goes away, I think that there's some type of panic that arises in you, like, oh crap, I've been living my life like this and now I can't anymore. What am I to do, right? Get a job. I think she needs to get a job, and I think she needs to stop focusing on men for money. Damn. This shit is so glorified, right? Nowadays, oh yeah, I let him eat my pussy and he buys me a Birkin. That only happens with, like, I'd say 0.4% of women in this world. That's not gonna be you, baby. It's not. So if you're looking at this like, well, why can't I sell my cooter to buy myself a new scooter? You're not. No one's gonna give it to you. And if they do, you're gonna have to do a lot of nasty shit for it. Like go to a penthouse and have sex on top of dirty drawers and soda cans. This is a different type of delusion, okay? So I think that we need to really work on loving ourselves more, to say, and pouring into ourselves. And that doesn't mean getting your nails done or your eyebrows done or getting lamination or fillers. Pouring into ourselves sometimes means acquiring a skill that we can use for the real world, that'll allow us to function, because it's real out here and no one's going to save you. And now you see your bag running away, and that's what's gonna happen. Your bag's gonna go off and be with somebody else, and you're gonna be left in the dust looking crazy. 30-something years old on Twitter attacking a 22-year-old because he won't give you the bag anymore. I think Gunplay is just downright delusional. That doesn't make no sense. You mad at people, you cussing people out, saying that they the worst type of pieces of shit, saying that they gonna die losers and they pathetic. I'm pathetic because I felt bad for your situation and I gifted you money only to find out that you laying up or not laying up, but you walking up to a man that's laying down with his breast exposed, giving him thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gifts. Hell, that's where my money, it looks like that's where my money is going. And if it's in two separate accounts, well, give me my money back. And use the account that you use to pay this man and to buy him a gift. Use that account to pay for your daughter. That's downright ridiculous. That's the biggest scam if I've ever seen one. Okay? Get it the fuck together. And you're gonna be mad and cuss people the hell out because they don't want to be scammed and they don't want to get robbed. We are in inflation. Rent is $150 billion. We can't even afford gas. People are picking and choosing between eating and washing a damn ass. And you sitting up here talking about y'all ain't give from y'all heart. Nigga, you are out of your mind. You are out of your mind. Whew, I'm getting frustrated. Listen, I'm gonna have to take my pills. It's time for me to take my pills, okay? So thank you so much for listening to another episode of Unmedicated and Educated with Keita Rose. I'm Keita Rose, and until next time, take your damn medicine. Love on yourself and love each other. Goodbye.